Alright guys, welcome back to some more Farming Simulator 17. That is right, it is raining. Which means we cannot do any harvesting, which is alright because we don't need to do any harvesting. Also, while I remember at the start of the video, I want to mention that the sound may be different. If the sound is different, then I will do my best to make it as not different as possible in editing. But I am using a different sound setup, so, like I say, if anything is unusual, then that's why. But overall, things should be similar enough that it doesn't matter. In between episodes, I've done quite a lot of work, like, that screen doesn't help us, but this screen does. You can see fields 12, 14 and 15 have all been replanted, full of soybeans. Field 24 is currently cultivated, ready for the next crop. And field 19 is on the last stage of growth, fully fertilized with barley. Once this is harvested, we'll replant both of these probably with wheat, and then we'll have soybean field, well, fields, wheat field, then these will become canola, then these will become barley, and so on and so on and so on until the end of time. If we look at our storage, we've pretty much got the same amount of wheat and barley, really lacking on the soybeans because we sold a few of them, and then canola can come later. Finances, where is it? That's the same. Here. So field jobs, $46,000, I fully repaid the loan, and then harvest income, this is the straw from the 3 fields. Sold for about $15,000, which is pretty good. Wage payment, as you can see, is through the roof because of courseplay and so many fields and so many jobs going on at the same time, but it's fine. We have here seed costs. The reason there are seed costs is because, where is it? That planter that I mentioned in the last one also. I'm going to set this to 5 times because it is raining. Where the hell is it? Oh, it's there. Okay. Oh, that's right. I left it over here to do these fields. This planter, it still has fertilizer in it, and I did not want to waste the fertilizer, so I just set it to refill seed with the helpers. To empty the fertilizer out, and then we'll eventually sell that thing, probably after we plant those 2 fields. You may also have noticed the front loader forks are now orange instead of blue. I did repaint them to orange so they would match the Voltra, and I did put the front loader attacher on the Voltra, as you can see. Basically in preparation to start retiring the older equipment. New Holland will probably be the next to be sold. It's also running out of fuel, only 40 litres left in it. Along with, of course, the old cultivator and the old sower. Other stuff that I've done in between episodes, I did a huge amount of forestry work. I'm gonna head up there now, because I feel like while we're waiting for stuff to grow, and all that, although actually, hang on. They are second stage fertilized, and second stage growing, so that's correct. So, yeah, let's head up to where I was doing forestry, because I've actually got another mod to show you, and some things to talk about, and whatnot. So the weight here, yeah, we need the weight on the back. There we go. Now, where I was doing the forestry is where we did it, like, the very first time. Just south of the shop. I can't remember which video it was, but it definitely was a video. And, in that video, it was basically a big fail, because not only could the New Holland barely tow the trailer, it was also completely incapable of putting logs into the trailer, and we spent like half an hour getting like 2 or 3 trees into the trailer, which was just a complete waste of time. Now, I do also want to mention that I do remember, I think in the last episode, I mentioned that we probably wouldn't do any more forestry, and therefore you're probably wondering why the hell am I talking about it at the start of this one. It's because I pretty much decided that the 2 best ways of making money currently will be forestry and field jobs. Due to, if you remember from when I showed you the finances screen, it is basically where, like, all of the income is coming from at the moment. Obviously with no loan that will help our daily profits. But like, considering our field turnover is pretty slow, I think, like, for example, while we're waiting for stuff to grow, I'm actually going to do 15 times, I want the rain to be over. While we're waiting for fields to grow, we can be doing other jobs, we can be doing forestry, so on and so on. And, I don't know, I think that will just work out for us. So let's head over here. It is this track over here that we go on. Trail, track, dirt path. And the Vulture actually handled it okay. Obviously, I'm interested to see how it will fare this time. I'm not going to spoil anything, but you remember in, I think it was the last episode. Was it the last episode or was it the one before? The Vulture struggled a bit. So everything looks normal here, but you'll see, up in here, a huge amount of the trees are gone. And here's our trailer, pretty much fully loaded with logs, which is something I wanted to test, if you remember. I was like, I wonder how much a full trailer of logs sells for, so I spent some time over here chopping down, as you can see, all the tree stumps. A huge amount of trees. This entire area was all trees. I do realize that we don't actually need the weight right now, because we're towing the trailer, so I will leave the weight here, because we will be coming back here. Because I would like to show you one of the mods I installed in a bit. But yeah, what I'm interested in is firstly how well this thing tows the trailer. Got all those straps on. Considering, like I say, we're struggling with the partially full one. This is a full trailer. You can look at that. You can see it trying to pull it. That's so cool. It's super duper heavy, and this is where we need a more powerful tractor, but we should be fine for now. I'm gonna shortcut my way to victory. Over here. There we go. And I also do want to mention 2 other things, one of which is why I didn't chop down trees near the yard like I said I was going to. And it is simply, I don't want the skyline to look bad. I want the trees to actually add to the look of the game. I don't want to get rid of all the trees and have it look super ugly. And the other thing I want to mention is, I remember in the last one I talked about how we might get into a Fendt harvester. Thing is, right, I was looking at the stats of the harvesters, and the Fendt is just completely, there's no point getting it. Firstly, it's more expensive than its counterpart, like base game counterpart, which is the Massey Ferguson. Secondly, it's also slower than the Massey Ferguson. So I was just like, well, what's the point? We may as well get the Massey Ferguson. So I basically just removed that mod because I didn't see any point using it. I also removed the class mods that I added like many episodes ago. Even though I said I liked them so much. And the reasoning for that is just, I do really want to basically play the whole base game first. I don't want to mess around too much with, like, unlike, for example, the log fork here that we're using, that's amazing. Just little things like that, and courseplay, and the placeable refill tanks, and so on and so on. You know, there really is no need to have, for example, tractor mods that I can't even afford. You know? So, is this where we're going? Yeah, sawmill. And the other mod that I will just quickly cover while we're here is another quality of life mod that doesn't add a huge amount, but it's let me load up the trailer much more neatly. You'll notice I haven't got any logs sticking out like to here this time, and that is because I added the measure mod. So if we go Alt, left, Alt and right click, it puts down a marker, and then whenever you move away from that marker, it shows you in yellow text how far away you are. So for example, I chop the tree down, would run along. Well, firstly I measured the trailer, which is about 12 meters. 12, 13 meters. So, well, if I do it from this end first. Boom. Now over to here. 12 meters. So I would basically measure out 12 meters, do a cut, 12 meters, do a cut. The shorter trees go in one go, and then the taller ones, like these ones, they're like 3 chops. These are 1 chop, and then there are some that are 2. I think that's a 2er. Yeah, because you can see that's half the height of that one. Is there a good example here? Not sure. Those end up being 3ers roughly. Either way. Oh, the rain stopped, perfect. Let's go back down to 5 times speed. We are still not fully grown. I don't know why field 1 is still withered. So, we're currently at 10,000. And of course the last load of logs was 24,000. So all we gotta do is take 24,000 off whatever we make now, or take 10,000 off because that's what we're currently at. I'm expecting probably at least 30,000, if not like 35,000 for this. But we'll see. I also feel like I should start driving into here from the other side. So like go over this way first and then turn around. But let's see. Hopefully the weight doesn't drag down again. No, we've managed. And then we straighten up. Not straightening up so well this time. That's fine. Okay, tension belts off. Time to see how much money we make. Oh my good lord, that was a lot more than 30,000. That was $47,000. Look at this. Oh my god. Okay. Forestry is definitely profitable. That is actually ridiculous. Okay. 24,000, let me just do a quick calculator. Yeah, 47,000-ish. Save game. So remember that cost of the trailer that I mentioned? 17,000. We just made like... Let me actually do the maths because I'm too tired to not do the maths. Let's do 46,000 divided by 17,000. 2.7. 2.7 times the cost of the trailer from one load. And we can go and do it again, which is what we're going to do. Although, actually, I may actually still run at 15 times speed. Because I would like to see to the fields as well today. And I know that you guys have seen a lot of forestry recently, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive back to the forestry area that we've got, near the shop. And I'll show you the measure mod in action, and I'll probably just fill up another trailer load off camera, maybe bring you guys back for some field work, or selling the next trailer of logs, whichever comes first. And, yeah, I'll see you guys over at the... what shall we call it? The Southern Forest? Let's call it the Southern Forest, why not? There go the fields. Alright, well... there's a change of plan already. I will get this up here. And then we will start harvesting. We can't fertilize the fields that have just grown yet, because of course this is our only tractor that can have thin wheels on it. It is a bit frustrating to have one tractor that basically is needed for literally every job, but you know, it is what it is. I will just leave this here. We will come back to this. So, Mr. Harvester, you're ready to harvest. Fully fertilized with barley. Straw swath is on. Let's just go ahead and hire the worker for that one. Yep, that's working. Then we need good old Carter. I can't remember if I have a course play set up for field 19. I know I have one for every other field. I can check quite easily. I do not. So I will set up the course play. It's gonna be like from here to here and back to there, which is just silly, but sometimes silly is good. So now when this reaches 50, it'll try and unload it, fill up the trailer, unload it at the silo, everything's working. This guy will need the forage wagon, or can start replanting the other field right away. No, let's get the forage wagon out. We're not going to do it right now, we're going to wait until it's more harvested, or fully harvested. But, you know, preparation and everything. Alpha G is blocked. God damn it. That is something I'm going to have to do. Is basically wait to set up the course play until a little bit later, I think, for this one, because I don't really think... No, there was a better place. Look, that dirt track. Okay. Well. We can fix this. Should be about to set off. There we go. Now it should be all working. You can say that, whatever. So. What we do here Means we grab the weight. No, no. No. First we put the trailer in a position that actually benefits us. And also we decide what trees we are going to chop down. There's still quite a few here, so I might put the trailer over there on that side this time. That was less than smooth. Let's just go like this. And Mr. Trailer can go here. That seems fine. So now we grab the weight. And no, I'm not going to bother stop cutting this because I literally don't see the point. Once this place is empty of trees, we will not be coming back. So, let's start with the small tree. Even though... no, let's not start with the small tree because it doesn't show the mod off. Start with this one. What the hell is this? The edge of the map? Oh, never mind then. Okay, this is the edge of the map. Cannot cut that one down. Can I cut that one down? No. Okay. You are not the edge of the map. So we want the heavy end to be that side, so ideally we chop it the other way. We were to load it, yeah, from this side, okay. So we chop as normal. Right. Then, we run along as normal. Alright. You already appear to have the end chopped off, but we will do it anyway. Then, we check how everything's working. Apparently pretty good. Then we come over here and we do Alt and right click. We go 12 meters. Which is about here. And we do a cut. Obviously not the most perfect cut in the world, but it is a cut. And this tree will go in two. There we go. We will start with the bigger end, because we can. And as you can see, the Voltra handles it pretty much ideally. Although a bigger tractor would be obviously better. And again, 12 meters is a little bit longer than the trailer, but I think a little bit like this is fine. And there we go. And then, towards the end, I shove them all up towards the front end of the trailer to make it a bit neater, but I try not to do it too often as much as I want to. That is too much. There we go. And you can see how much easier it is when you have equipment that actually works. And there we go. So I'm not going to bore you guys to death, you've seen this countless times now. I'll get another trailer load of logs ready. I will make sure that everyone is working fine over in field 19. And obviously gather up all the straw, sell all the straw, cultivate this, sow that, sow this, fertilize those, and then we'll wrap up the episode. See you guys in probably an hour for me. Alright guys, we are back, and as you can see I've got a full trailer of logs ready. It's taken about an hour and a half, not just an hour like I said, and this is actually the next day. Not just like an hour later in the same day, so yeah, or an hour and a half later. This actually didn't take too long to load up the logs, because the system we've got now is like really efficient and really easy, so that's brilliant. Brought the vulture back up here. Between cuts, I also, like I said, finished fertilizing these fields, so these 3 soybean fields are ready to go. Don't need to worry about them. We've got these 2 planted with wheat. Obviously 1 stage of fertilization because we were using the old sower. Today we're gonna head over to the sawmill, sell this load of lumber, and I'm considering like what we want to do sort of financially, right? Because as far as like tractors that we have, I will start heading over to the lumber sell point while I'm talking here. But we've got like a few options, right? One of them is a more powerful tractor. One of them is driving properly. One of them is a more powerful tractor. One of them is just an overall better combine, and I feel like that's probably the best choice at this point, because we already have, like, the vulture is powerful enough for the 6-meter sowing thingy that doesn't need a cultivator, right? So we can sell the old cultivator and the old sower. It obviously won't fertilize at the same time, but I don't think that matters. I think it's better to just do things quickly. We know what combine we'd buy, right? It would be the Massey Ferguson. What I don't know is if we could sell, like I said, I was thinking of selling one of the tractors, probably the New Holland. You would think the case would be the better option to sell due to its higher running cost, but we did already sell one of the cases that you start with, so I'm not sure. Obviously, eventually we will sell both of them, but having at least at least 2 tractors, I think, is important. Like, there are some definite sells and some maybe sells. It of course also depends how much money we can get from our current harvester itself, whether we'd be able to afford the new harvester. We'll see. We'll do some maths and we'll see. Because I think that really is the next big upgrade we should do. To improve the efficiency of our farm, get the field turnaround going quicker and quicker. I think I did the trailer a bit better this time, regarding my ability to turn around. Alright, G, L. So we're at 54,000. And that is 101,000. So if I just do a quick bit of maths, 47,000. So that's twice. It's been about 47,000 per trailer load. So now we know roughly what one trailer of lumber is worth. So that's awesome. $100,000. So this will be a little bit boring, but I'm going to go through and have a little look. So the New Holland is worth 50,000. This would go up slightly once we repair it, which we would repair everything before selling it due to the higher sell price. You may say it's a bit cheaty considering it is a mod. However, it does make sense if you were to, say, sell a second-hand car, but you had done all of the servicing it required before selling it. Like, say it needed new suspension or some new tires or whatever. that increases the value of it, right? So it does kind of make sense, even though it is a mod, but I'm going to play however I want, you can't stop me. This is, what's, 80... Let's say 87? Yeah, let's say 87 for these two. 87 at 50... That's what? 137? Add... another, like... 6,000, add another 6,000, so add 12,000. So that's now like 149. Probably not mathing properly, but I don't really care. I'm doing my best. I'm half asleep, so don't judge me. We could also sell the plow, which would be another 8,000. We may also want to upgrade the trailer. Okay, so now let's look at harvesters. We would be buying this one, right? There is also the option of this one. So it really is looking like the Massey is the best choice. It's got a wider working width. It has the same speed as the Rustle Mash. And we only lose out on, what is that, 400 litres. And it's also a little bit cheaper. That's what, 12,000 cheaper there. And then the headers, the difference is 2,000. So... 10,000. Is that right? 10,000 cheaper? Because you would take 12,000 off and then add 2,000 back on. So yeah, 10,000 cheaper. And overall 202 plus... Whoops. 202 plus 38, so exactly 240,000. And what did we say that we could get if we sold now? It was like 150 something. So we'd have like 250. That is really close. Like really close to being bankrupt without anything at all, which wouldn't be ideal. We also have to keep in mind that this 8,000, this trailer would fit like one tank. One tank from the harvester. No, less than one tank from the harvester. So we would also want to upgrade the trailer. Let's see, we're looking for about 2 times 9,000. So possibly this trailer here. Wait, this one's on sale, 20% off. Maybe the Joskin Trans Space then, although I don't know if our Valtra will be able to pull that kind of thing. Let's look at sales overall, is it just that? Oh, what is this Rostelmash header? Oh, it's a forage header. Damn. Okay. Let's quickly look at the prices. Soybeans are still high, canola's high here. Do we want to sell any canola though? That's the question. What we could do is we could do a game save, sell everything, like repair and sell, and then see if we can afford anything. And if we can't, then we just reload the save, right? I should have not been in the with the engine on, in the tractor with the engine on. Or I could just go and load up one more trailer of logs. It wouldn't hurt to do that. Or we could see if anyone has a job to do. I mean, the thing is, right, the time it takes to do this, for what would that be like? Let's say about $12,000-13,000 versus me going and loading up a trailer of logs, which is far more engaging. What about this one? Again, like $2,000? That doesn't really get us anywhere, does it? What about this one? Like, no, this isn't worth the time. Okay. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut one more time. I'm gonna load up another trailer of logs, we're gonna sell that. So we've got like a buffer zone of money, right? Then, we're gonna sell some of our equipment. And hopefully, get that new harvester. That's the plan anyway. Alright guys, we're back with another trail of logs. This one only took, I don't know, half an hour, 45 minutes-ish. I'm getting quicker and quicker at loading these things up. We're gonna head over to the lumber mill, we're gonna sell these. Sell our old equipment. This tractor also needs refueling as well. And, we'll finish off the episode with our new equipment. I do also want to mention a few things while I remember and while I'm driving over here. Firstly, I want to apologize for the delay between episodes. I do actually have a legitimate reason this time, which is that life has been rather busy as of late. And, yeah, I just haven't had the time to record. The other thing is... yeah, that was it. I got the achievement for chopping down 50 trees. Like, yesterday, I think it was. And I noticed that the achievement is basically just the second half of the word lumberjack. When you chop your first tree, you get the achievement lumber. And then when you chop 50 down, you get the achievement jack. Which I think is... it's like clever, but also lazy the way they've done it. But, you know, it is what it is. Just thought I would share that. So, we should end up with just under $150,000 after selling this. Driving... driving, farming, simulatoring. I do like how the past, like, however many episodes, we've been playing Farming Simulator, and instead of actually farming, we've just been chopping trees down. But I mean, you know, it's profitable, and it's surprisingly fun. I've definitely gotten quite into it. So, can't complain. Right, 101,000. Logs are freaking out, which is fine. So that was 44,000 that time, which makes sense because the trailer was not quite as full. But still, it's fine. Now, for the sake of saving time, I will keep the trailer here. Like this. And now... how much fuel do you have in you? A lot, it's okay. Stuck. So... first order of business is to save the game. I'm really interested in seeing actually how much money we've made just... sold wood, $161,000. Very, very good to see. And then 46,000 from field jobs today. 17,000 from harvesting, and this is just straw and grass, by the way. And new fields, that was field 20 something, or 19, or whichever one. So yeah. Pretty damn good. Right, let's get the harvester repaired. For however much that will cost. What we'll do is we'll start by parking the harvester like this, so only the harvester is in the box. Repairs cost 881, so let's just check. Sell price is going from 77,500 to 85,000. So that is definitely worth spending like $800 on. Now, New Holland. Should we give it one last clean before sending it off? I think so. I think it deserves it. I know it doesn't matter whatsoever, but I like this little tractor, and it will be sad to see it go. But needs must, you know? On the other hand, I'm tempted also to not to sell it last, see if we can afford everything that we need without selling it. Sell it as like a last resort. But we'll see. Uh, 50,000 up to 54. So that one was actually not that damaged, which I find interesting. Yeah, reset that one. Did that in the wrong order, but it's fine because we need to repair those. We do have the case. It's actually in the right place, so let's just use that. And then the plow. I'm very torn on the plow. I'm also torn on the trailer because we don't have, like, a super powerful tractor to pull that big one. But it's on sale, 20% off. Like, that's huge value. Decisions. And we are keeping the case for now. Plow. I mean, I think it is worth keeping just in case we want to do some funky fielding. Especially considering I did buy it. It's like one of the things that I bought. Everything else that we're selling today is like equipment that you start the game with. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever to keep a trailer that can only, like, it can't even take a full load of the harvester. Like, what's the point? I mean, Courseplay would still work, it would just do so many trips for, like, no reason. Okay, I think that is everything that we would want to sell. I'm considering selling that because we literally never use it. At the same time, it is worth, like, nothing, so I don't know. I'd rather sell that than the New Holland, that's for sure. Anyway, let us start selling all of this stuff. So, 143,000 right now. Aren't you in the box? $100,000 just for the harvester. Yeah, I don't think we need to sell the New Holland. So, that's good. We do need it over here, though, to put things into the box, though. So, sell the harvester. Sell the header. I'm gonna do something funky to sell the cultivator and the sower. Don't judge me. Or do judge me, I couldn't care less. I'm gonna put the cultivator on the front, and the sower on the back. Look at this. Ridiculous. I can get rid of that. So yeah, you go there. And you go there. Another 11,000. And another 7,000. 277,000. And the trailer. Now obviously the one reason to sell the New Holland is the fact that we don't then need to refuel it. And we don't have to pay running costs for it. It is currently $222 a day. Looks like the Valtra needs repairs, to be honest. And the case is $347. I'm not entirely sure how expensive fuel is. But yeah, for now, we are gonna sell the trailer as well. So we have $284,000 to work with. Now, when it comes to harvesters, like I say, we will be going for the Massey Ferguson. I don't think... yeah, we literally can't afford these. We can't even afford this, so yeah. Massey Ferguson, 7347S. S is for sport, I guess. Before we spend, I am gonna save. So, in case I mess up the purchasing for some reason, I don't know why I would. So Massey Ferguson, buy, yes. The only thing I don't like about the Massey is that it makes an awful beeping noise when you first get into it. Like every time you get into it. There goes $240,000. That noise. I hate that noise. And yeah, I forgot. We might need a header trailer. How much is a header trailer? I assume it's this one that we would buy. It's 4,000. We can afford that. Let me just check the sales again. Okay, we can just about afford everything while keeping the New Holland, which is good. I do want to keep it if I can. But we might sell that pickup. We'll see. We'll see. Header trailer. So this is 24, I assume, meters? Or no, 24 feet. And this is 25 feet, so... this one will almost certainly be fine. And then colour... this is where I'm going to actually save the game. Because... if I buy the wrong colour, it's all over, isn't it? Now, I think it's this one. That adds $500, really. I think it's this colour. Am I right? Or was it the brighter one that we needed? The noise. Let's check. Oh. I messed that up royally. Kind of hard to see, to be honest. It looks okay, but also doesn't. Maybe the brighter one? Okay. This is why we do emergency saves. This time, we go for this color. Yeah, that looks more right immediately. More right? Righter? More correct. I can English, I swear. This on here. Oh yeah, hang on. Let's make sure that we're folded up. Good. Hopefully that's good. We'll roll with it like this. Steer without clipping. Oh, that barely clips. Guess we know to put it slightly further towards the back of the trailer. And to be honest, this probably could do with using this one, but I think that's a bit like ridiculous. This is literally just called trailer. I love that. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to be facing the wrong way. We're going to set this guy going off back towards the yard. Thanks to our handy-dandy course play. Start to finish. Shop to yard. Drive course, and then stop at the last point. And let's just see how this thing handles it. Seems fine. So, Last thing, tippers. This one 28% off. No, it's not 28% off. 20% off. It's 28,000. So it's basically the same price as this one, but carries 10,000 more liters, which I think is a bargain. No upgrades available. Let's just buy this. And of course, I mean, this is gonna look way too big on the New Holland, but it should be fine just taking it back to the yard, I would hope. Should we refuel it? Should we refuel it? Should we refuel you or should we sell you? I don't know. I do not know. Indecision. I think, though, that that is a decent place to end the episode. I will think about selling the New Holland off camera. I will also, like, in between episodes, I'll also consider selling the pickup as well, considering we literally never use it, so it's just costing us every day for no reason. So, yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed the episode. We've got, like, a huge amount of stuff done today. As usual, we've gone from having a lot of money to literally no money at all, because new vehicles, $273,000. We know that forestry is super profitable. We've got, like, really good equipment now. The field turnover will be huge. Massively improved. It looks like it's navigating the route okay, which is good. The trailer hasn't flown across the map. In between episodes, I might honestly just sell even more trees, like trailer after trailer after trailer of trees. Let the fields grow, make sure they're fully fertilized. And then I guess in the next episode, we could probably do a massive soybean harvest with the Massey Ferguson. I think that might be a plan. But who knows? For now, as I say, hopefully you've enjoyed. If you have, make sure to go ahead and hit the like button and let me know you're enjoying the series. Comment if you wish. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you all in the next episode of Hold on. Did I just, like... I don't know what I did. And I will see you all in the next episode of Farming Simulator 17. That is right. Look at this beast. This is so awesome. This will, like, make everything go faster. We've got the big sower, we've got the big harvester. The case is randomly sat here and needs a wash, which I'll probably do off camera as well. I am rambling again. Like I say, hopefully you've enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Talk to you all then.